Hello, this video is about Python and Deep Learning course ICP3 assignment. Here we had two questions. First one is related to object-oriented programming, and here we need to create a constructor to initialize ID, name, department, salary, balance, and is employed as true. As you can see here, I have created a class employee and initialized the constructor with the required parameters, and create a class attribute to count the number of employees. So I have created an attribute known as EMP count to count the number of employees, and we need to create a full-time employee and part-time employee classes, and it should inherit the properties of employee class. And we also need to call init method of the parent class. So down here I have created a part-time class and a full-time class, and here we can see I have inherited the properties of the main class employee. And the next one is create give rise method for full-time and part-time classes, and the full-time employee should have a default value of 10% and the part-time should have a default value of 5% increase in their salary. So here I have created a function, and I am iterating to the objects of the loop, and by taking in the ID I am increasing 5% rise and 10% rise. If it is a part-time employee, 4% rise, and if it is a full-time employee, it's a 10% rise to the salaries respectively. And the next one, create the following functions, where we need to create pay, fire, and is employed function, where the pay should pay the employee once and the balance should increase by the amount, and fire should remove the employee from the payroll and set the salary to 0, and is employed function, where a boolean function that has to return if employed is in the company or not. So as you can see, I have created three functions over here: pay, fire, and is employed. Here you can also see if the employee is fired, I have set is employed to false and set the salary to 0. And the next one, we need to read the data from the input.txt file, and the file structure has to be there are 4 keywords in it. So there are 4 keywords: new, rise, pay, and fire, where new is a keyword to create a new employee, rise is a keyword to give rise to a particular employee, and pay is a keyword to pay all the employee at once, but the balance should increase by the amount they are paid. And fire keyword is used to remove the employee from the payroll. So the code for that is over here. I have created a function for that, and here as you can see, I'm getting in the input.txt file. The input.txt file has keyword where we can see that new, rise, pay, and fire. These are the keywords, and these are the ID of the employee, and this is the name of the employee, department of the employee, salary of the employee, and the type of the employee, whether is the employee a full-time employee or the part-time employee. This is the input text file that we are getting into our program. And as you can see here, I got the input.txt file, and I have separated the program for full-time employee and a part-time employee, as you can see here, and storing the respective ID, name, department, salary into ID, name, department and salary, and I have split in each and every line and iterate through the loop and save the corresponding ID, name, department, salary into new variables. And I did this for if the keyword is new, and if the employee is a full-time employee, and if the keyword is new and the employee is part-time. And this is how I got input.txt file and got the information about the full-time employees and part-time employees and all about the keywords. And coming to the next question, create a function to find the average salary paid to all employees of each class, and we need to find the average salary paid to the end of the text output file and print the total number of employees. So the code for that is over here, where I have defined the new function output and printing some functions, as you can see here. Like I started over here where just to check we are in the particular function, we are inside the part-time employee class and full-time employee class, and here I am printing the information about the employees, all the full-time and part-time employees, and here I'm also printing that we are inside the output function, as you can see here. As you can see here, we are inside the output function. It is printing it out. So I have printed the output to output.txt file, and I have rewritten all the information as shown, and calculated the average salary and of full-time employee, part-time employee, and number of employees. So as you can see here, I have called the main class employee and taken each object separately, and here I am calculating the current salary, and here I am calculating pay earned to date. And as you can see here, I am calculating number of employees, the full-time employee count, and added to the total part-time employee count, and the average salary paid to all full-time employee, as you can see here, is the total full-time salary divided by total full-time employee count. In the same way, the part-time employee average salary is total part-time salary divided by total part-time employee count. So here is my solution for the first question. Let me run the program, and I have also declared these as initialized everything to 0. So total part-time, total full-time, and the counts of two part-time employees and full-time employees as 0, and the count increments as the number of employees increase. In this case, in the input file we have 6 members. And then here I have written the statements which make sure it runs give rise according to the keyword. It runs the give rise method. So as you can see, give rise method is over here to rise the employee salary 5% or 10% with the keyword rise, and with the keyword pay it will pay the employee, and keyword file it will remove the employee. And as you can see here, I'm calling the pay and fire functions, and these functions are right over here. Yeah, pay and fire functions, they will be called, and these statements will be executed. So is employed will be false, and salary will be set to 0. And let me run the program to show you the output. And here is the input file. And let me run the program. And after running the program, if you check the folder, here we got an output .txt file where employee name, ID and department are printed, and the current salary and pay earned to date, and whether the employee is a full-time employee or a part-time employee is printed over here. And their total number of employees are 6, as you can see here, and the average salary of full-time employees is this one, and the average salary paid to all the part-time employees is here. And as you can see in the input, we have 188 ID number with the 188 is fired from the company. So if you see the output, here we can see that he is not employed anymore with the company. And this is a solution for the first question. And coming to the second one, here coming to the second one, here we need to write a simple program that passes a Wikipedia page, and here is the Wikipedia page, and we need to print out the title of the page and find all the links in the page, a tag, and iterate over each tag, then return the link using attribute href using get. So we need to write a for loop for the C section to iterate over the loop. And as you can see here, we have used soap, beautiful soap here, and soap.find to find the title and print the title of the page, and to print all the links in the Wikipedia page, like as shown here, find all the links in the page with the a tag. So for link in soap.find all with the a tag, we need to print we need to use get and iterate over each tag, then return the link using attribute href as shown here. I'm running this program too. Yes, as you can see here, it is giving us all the links of href links. If you go to the top, we get the title. Thank you. This is the end of the second question.